Man.
All right.
RJ
Smith with a career high in points tonight. So we'll open up for questions.
Julian, kind of take us to that 4-point play. Is that like a shot that you normally make in practice?
So I mean, we just started the play kind of late, because really we want to get downhill at the end of the shot clock, and when I saw there was 4 or 5 seconds left and Andre slipped out, I was like, I just got to find a way to get up a shot, and that's a shot that I do practice. I know it's not like a great shot throughout the course of a game, but you never know when you might have to shoot that at the end of a shot clock or something like that. So I felt comfortable in it, and it was just the right shot for the right situation.
And then RJ, you started the first half shooting 100%, 3 for 3 from the 3-point field. Was that something you guys looked to exploit today, shooting the 3-ball?
For them defensively, they are really packed in, and they double the post. So Elijah's a big force down low, and it forces rotations, and I just happen to get open and make my shot. So
for maybe both of you guys defensively, I know so much of the focus was going to be on Clough for you guys today, but wondering, did that expose some things along the perimeter for you guys? And their 3-point percentage wasn't great coming in here. Did maybe some of their guys hit some shots that you weren't expecting?
No, I don't think so. I think we just needed to rotate a little bit better at times, because even though their guys' percentages aren't good, you guys see the kind of threes that they're shooting, and they're taking wild threes, so that they can shoot, and when they're open, it's good. So it was a thing that we knew coming in, we have to take away the 3, and we didn't do a very good job, and that's why the game was close coming down the stretch.
Julian, you and Elijah were working the 2-man game pretty early. What was working there?
They try and go under ball screens a lot. So Elijah was getting really good angles, so I could get downhill, and we get downhill. We're playing 2-on-1 with the big, and so we just try to get downhill every time, and make the right play, whether it's a pass, a little floater, or whatever.
You guys also won the rebound battle 34-26 against the South Dakota State team that rebounds pretty well. What went into that effort?
That's just our focus every game, is to out-rebound our opponent. We're long, we're big, so the team should not rebound us if we're playing hard and tough. So,
RJ, was maybe some of the conversations amongst yourselves there with about 10 minutes. I think they took their only lead, 1 point there with about 10 minutes left. You guys went on a big run after that. Obviously, were able to pull away down the stretch, but when they took the lead there, it was kind of a conversation amongst yourselves about obviously getting this thing turned around.
Really just slow down, execute, get the ball inside, make them rotate. We was taking quick shots, first pass threes or whatever. Our threes weren't even falling tonight. We had a bunch of open threes that weren't falling. So, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. For either of you guys, just kind of, looking ahead a little bit. I talked with Tad a little bit this week. It's kind of always a tough time in the calendar. The game schedule slows down, end of semester, finals, and maybe a little break ahead. What's kind of the key for you guys? Maybe even coming into this and this upcoming week, obviously make sure you kind of keep the focus and make sure you finish non-conference the way you want to.
We just gotta get in every day and work on our games, because we gotta stay in shape, because that first win when you come back to a real game is different. I don't care what anybody says. that first real run after not playing for a while, you don't feel it a little bit more. So we just gotta make sure that we're staying in shape, getting shots up and all that, so that come. I think we play Saturday. So we come Saturday and we're ready to go, and we don't feel like we have any rust.
Yeah, we can't have any regrets at the end of the season. So we got to finish this non-conference strong.
For both of the guards, it looked like you guys were trying to get lobs to BD on the offensive side of the ball, but sometimes it just wouldn't happen, or it would be miscommunication. Is that something where the chemistry is still getting used? You guys are still getting used to that chemistry, or was it just an offense thing?
I don't think it was really. I don't think we're necessarily looking for the lob every time. I think we're just trying to find the big on the roll. And this team, they pack it in, so that lob isn't there. But then with BD, you know, he jumps so high. Like the first look for him is a lob, and then we look for the pocket. But since they were sucking in so much, it was really hard to hit the big roll in the day. And so I thought we just had to like look at it and kind of get off it, get behind, and see if we can get the ball inside a different way.
And then, are you guys using BD cutting hard to the paint as a decoy sometimes?
Nah, I mean, like if he's open, we're obviously going to hit him on the back cut, but he's such a threat at the rim that it draws so much attention, and that weak side or that corner, strong side corner will be open. So we can have, it'll be options. It's options, yeah.
Anything else? Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks. Look at your finals. Look at your finals.
Okay. Are you doing coach?
I was players, but no one's doing coach. I can
Let me check. I can do it too.
You got coach? Start on the transcriptions.
You could see if Connor wants to, if you want to comment, Connor wants to go. One second. One second. Thanks, John. Hey, everybody. Got Coach Boyle here. Go ahead. You're done. Coach, you please start with your opening statement.
Yep.
We'll open up for questions.
Well, good win against a really quality team, quality program. People are going to look at that score and say, well, you know, it was pretty easy, but I knew it wasn't going to be easy, and it wasn't. I was pretty happy with our offensive performance tonight. We had a lot of good individual performances. The big disappointing thing to me was the way we guarded the three-point line, and to let another team come in here with good shooters who we knew were good shooters and get up, you know, make 11 threes on us. We got to be better than that. And Clough is a big part of that because he demands a lot of attention in the post. We try to give him different looks based on different lineups. But if we guard the three-point line, this is a 20-point win. But we didn't. And so a lot of things we can still get better at.
I know you're putting a lot of focus on defending Clough. Did that leave some more things along the perimeter?
Yeah, Pat, we practiced against it, you know, because there's two ways you can guard him. You can double him, you know, and he's a very good passer. So if you double him, he's going to pass out of the double team. And then you got to be in rotations, and those rotations got to be great. You have to have multiple efforts in those rotations. If you don't double him and you dig hard, which we did a lot, he's a really good passer. And you have to be in rotations off the dig. You know, that's a guy who passes it into him. They don't cut, really. They kind of space out and stand. And we worked on that a lot this week in practice in terms of our rotations. But it's amazing. They didn't get a lot of threes off that stuff. They got threes off a bad switch in the first half, a no communication switch in the second half, a transition three by their best shooter in the first half. Like, their threes came as a result of our breakdowns, not because, you know, our rotations were bad for the most part. It's just our communication was bad, and our understanding of the scouting report wasn't what it needed. And then once you can let a guy make a couple, guess what? You better get him off the line. You better close out and make him drive the ball if he's a shooter. And those are adjustments you have to make as the game goes on that we weren't great at. But that's really the only part of the game I was extremely disappointed in.
Julian and Elijah seemed to have a good two-man game going in the first half. I was just wondering how happy you were to finally see this come to fruition and work well together.
Yeah, look, Elijah's a load down there. He's 7 for 8 from the field. When they guard him one-on-one, when he gets angles, he's really tough to stop. Now, they doubled him, and we did not handle the double team well. That's something we've worked on. We're going to continue to work on. We have to get better at. I don't know if Bellarmine doubles the post or not. I do know Iowa State does because they did it in Maui. And if we don't get better in that area, then it doesn't do any good to throw it into them. We want to throw it into them, but it's not. We got to make them pay for doubling us. And Julian was terrific. He played like a senior point guard is. 23 points on 14 shots, 6 assists, 1 turnover. We'll take that every night from Jew. He was good tonight.
Tad, saw you get a little angry up below there late on that play. What did you see when he spun?
Well, at that point of the game, the clock is your friend. The clock is your friend. We want to use the shot clock. Now, if you got a layup, great. Take a layup. We broke the press. We got a dunk. We'll always take layups. We'll always take dunks. But when you spin and fall down and step out of bounds when there's 20 seconds to go on the shot clock and, we're up 8 or whatever, it's a time and score situation that I was a little disappointed in there. So, again, opportunities to grow and improve, but we will.
You mentioned Julian. I know he's maybe not ever going to be KJ Simpson, but tonight he really looked like that guy we saw at the end of 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
That kind of take charge guy. As a senior, was that encouraging to see as you get closer to the Big 12 guy, him taking over late?
I've got a lot of confidence in Julian. If I didn't, we would have signed a point guard out of the transfer portal in the spring. So actions speak louder than words. I believe in Jew. I think he's had a great career here. He has been playing behind KJ. I don't expect him to be KJ Simpson. But if Julian Hammond is the best version of Julian Hammond, that's good enough for us. He's a good player. So plays within himself. Again, the 1 turnover is the thing I'm most proud of. I love the 6 assists. I love the made 3 there at the end. He's a good shooter. I thought he played really smart in the second half. I told our guys, and when we fell for it, it's kind of like, you're either the fisherman or you're the fish. We were the fish sometimes tonight by taking the bait of taking an early 3. Because I told our guys, we're going to be able to get a 3 at any point of any possession in the shot clock against South Dakota State, the way they guard. They dare you to take 3s. They want you to take 3s quick and early in the shot clock, and we fell for that a couple times in the first half. Julian had opportunities where I know he wanted to shoot it because he's a good shooter, but he passed. He got the ball downhill. We played the next, and you turn down a good shot, you get a great shot, and that's what he did a lot tonight. So really proud of him. I thought he was terrific.
You guys have really emphasized staying focused and ignoring the referees, but with some ticky-tack calls, and I was wondering how you thought your guys reacted and stayed focused on the game.
Yeah, look, our guys got to be they got to be better. I think they're actually better in the games than they are in practice. Believe it or not, they bitch and moan in practice all the time. So that's just part of it. There's the world is round. Sometimes calls are going to go for you, and sometimes they're going to go against you. There might be a ticky-tack one called on us, but there might be a ticky-tack one called on them. So I've really tried to, we've had good officials. The great thing about being here 15 years is I feel like I know these guys, and I think they know me. And I've really made an effort certainly this preseason to just, coach my team, get our team better. And our players have to understand, officials officiate, coaches coach, players play. And if they can always remember that, they'll be fine. If they let that stuff get to them mentally, they're going to have a problem.
I know you don't want guys hunting shots, but at what point do you look at how R.J. Smith is shooting and say he needs more attempts per game?
Yeah, look, what I want is a great shot for our team. And where another area we can improve is on the floor. Rather than saying, okay, I got to make a play call to get R.J. a shot. People can scout plays, right? It's hard to scout when the ball is moving and guys are making the right plays. What I want is our players to understand. This is like for guys like Julian and Ruff and Andre and even Elijah, BD, all of our big guys. RJ's made a couple. Let's set a screen for him. Let's penetrate, and if his man helps at all, we're kicking it to him. Our players have to understand. Whether it's RJ tonight or whether it's Andre and Andre missed some wide open looks tonight. That's part of it. Or there's going to be nights when RJ misses wide open looks. As long as we're getting great shots from good shooters, That's what I want. And the guys that have proven it in practice, are the guys I want shooting it. The guys that haven't proved it in practice, I'd like them to maybe pass up some of those early threes. And then, if you got it late in the clock and that's all you got, take it. But we got some guys that think they're shooters, but they're not. It gets back to the shot takers and the shot makers. RJ's been a shot maker here lately, so we got to get him more shots.
Next, go ahead.
Tad, only 3 first half turnovers.
Yes.
In that first half. What was different from that first half than other games and other halves?
I don't know. Look, the way South Dakota State plays, they don't get out in the passing lanes and pressure you. They don't show hard or trap ball screens. They did trap the post, okay? And I don't know where those 3 turnovers came from, off the top of my head. But I'll know that when I watch film. But yeah, we did a better job. 10 turnovers, in the game. We had 10 assists and 3 turnovers at halftime. I was pleased with our offense pretty much the whole night. We shot 50% in both halves. We had 10 assists at half and with 16. But our offense is not our problem. It's our defense that has to become more consistent and locked down. And we're not quite there yet. We're there in stretches and at times in certain possessions. First half, we got 1 kill. Second half, we got our 3. We broke it open. And we would have broken it open more if we would have guarded the 3-point line.
I was just wondering your thoughts on the rebounding battle tonight, which you guys won by 8 against a South Dakota State team who came into this game averaging a decent amount of rebounds.
Yeah.
Some limits teams on the rebounding side of things.
They were plus 11 coming into this game. That was on the board.
Averaging 40 and holding teams at 30 rebounds.
Yeah, so they were plus 11 rebounds a game. So we knew rebounding was going to. I said, hey, that rebounding battle is going to dictate who wins this game. Because I really believe a lot of games will come down to that, especially in Big 12 play. Because look, guys are going to make shots, miss shots. Other teams are going to make shots, miss shots. If you can defend and you can rebound at a high level, you give yourself a chance to win. Give yourself a chance. Doesn't mean you're going to win, but you give yourself a chance every night. And those 2 areas should never have off nights. We should never have an off night rebounding. We should never have an off night defensively with our effort. Now, we're going to play against better teams, better players, bigger teams, bigger players. So that plus 8 and 40% is going to be harder and harder to get once you get in the league, but we got to keep striving for it. Thank you.